guys, it's Becky Bamboo. Today's, what is today? Tuesday, September 1st. I should be able to remember that pretty easily, shouldn't I? So, obviously, I'm on my treadmill. I apologize for this glare. I didn't think about turning that light off, but anyway. So, something occurred to me today, and I wanted to do a video, talk about it. Might help somebody else, might not, don't care. Just my own little tidbit of discovery for today. So when I started on my kind of back on track routine here, getting back into the game of this, I bought myself some of these. This is Smart Water. I know everybody probably knows what it is. I bought 6 bottles. Now, I'm broke. I mean, I'm literally broke. And so I did this as an investment to have the bottles. What I've been doing is I've been rotating. I have 6 bottles. I make sure I have 3 cold at all times. So in the morning, I always have coffee. I'm a coffee hound. I have to kind of have something to get me going. After my cup or 2 of coffee, I start into my water. And I've been just 1 bottle at a time. And when it's empty, I don't refill it. I set it on my counter. So that way, at any time, I can just look at the counter and know how much water I've had. I've had 1 bottle today. I've had 2 bottles today. Every day, the goal is 3. And 3 bottles, I think these are like 33.6 or 8. So it gets you like 101 point whatever, 0.4 ounces a day. I've always been a big water drinker. Pretty consistently get between 65 and 80 a day. So this is a significant increase for me to go up to 101. And I'm feeling it. I feel more energized, less sluggish. I'm sure some of this has to do with changing my diet, starting to be here, I'm walking. And so anyway, it's, you know, it's pretty, it makes for an easy way to keep track. Long time ago, before, when I was focused on weight loss, I used to just, you know, refill my cup of water out of my fridge. Well, that works fine. It's just a lot harder to keep track of how many glasses you've had. You have to be a lot more diligent about writing it down or sticking a note in your phone or something like that to make sure that you know exactly how many ounces you had. 3 bottles is pretty easy to keep track of. You can take them anywhere. And the nice thing is if you were out somewhere and you forgot, you can always run into a gas station and pick up one of these bottles, you know. They're available everywhere. So, that's my little tidbit for today. I've rediscovered an easy way for me to make sure I get my water in. 3 bottles of water. And you know what? 3 bottles of water sounds so underwhelming that it makes it seem like it's not a big deal. So yeah, they're big bottles of water, but when you're drinking them and you know you only have to do 3, it just doesn't feel like that much. So yesterday I had a great day. I ate really, really well. I got over 70 grams of protein and 1,100 calories, somewhere in there. So that was really good for me. It's been a long time since I've had that much protein in my diet. So I feel kind of empowered today from that. Today it is probably about 4 o'clock and I've had about 50 ounces of protein, maybe even closer to 60. It's been a little bit of a harder day for me. I've had some blood sugar issues. Ever since I had my first baby, this is something that kind of has come to light. And that is, it may not even be, it doesn't always even have to be eating something super sweet for it to trigger this, but sometimes just fruit will do it. But my blood sugar will go up from eating like fruit, and then it'll crash. And the crash is awful. It feels terrible. If you've never experienced a blood sugar crash, count yourself lucky. I've had, for the last 3 years, probably closer to 4 years, 3.5 anyway, I've had bad issues with this, to the point, as a nurse, you know, I have access to a glucometer, and during my last pregnancy, before I was taken off of work, it was happening every couple of days, and I was eating very healthy, so it was like fruit and stuff triggering it, and I got as low as 46. My blood sugar was 46. I was shaking so bad I could hardly like stick the needle in my finger to get blood out, and it was bad. Almost blacked out, and yeah, not fun. So I had a little bit of that issue today. When that happens, obviously, you got to get some more sugar in you to build it back up. In the past, before I knew more about what was going on, I used to just grab candy or cookies or cake or the sweetest thing I could come up with. Now, over time, I've learned that complex carbs is where it's at. So I grabbed for my container of yogurt, 100-calorie yogurt, you know, 100-calorie yogurt that has 12 grams of protein in it. So not only I am getting calories, but I'm getting protein too. So that's a good trade-off and a good way for me to balance back out the sugar. The carbs help stabilize it. So today hasn't been as good a day calorie-wise because of that. I think I'm already at, maybe close to 1,000 today because of having to have a little bit extra yogurt, but you know, whatever. I can't be perfect every day. I've come to accept that. I'm just putting my best foot forward each day, and you know, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get back to where I want to be. I know it. It just takes patience, and that's something that so many of us don't have. We don't have patience for this anymore. The farther out you get, you think you should just, you know, should be easy, right? It should be easy. It's not easy. It still takes work. And right now, you know, I've been on this treadmill for almost a half hour. I'm not walking fast by any means, but you can tell I'm breathing hard. I'm very out of shape, and I'm in a lot of pain. So every step hurts, and I'm trying to put my best face on and man through this, and know that today I only have to do a half hour. I walked an hour yesterday, and so I kind of try to alternate that. Try to do a longer day and then a shorter day. That seems to work really well for me, comfort-wise, so I don't get too burnt out and overdone. And let's face it, a half an hour of walking is not a big deal. I have to walk at a slow pace per my doctor's orders, and so in this half hour, I'll go about 1.5 miles. So it ain't, you know, I ain't walking fast, like whatever, 20-minute miles, that's what it is. So obviously that puts it into perspective for you guys how slow this really is, and I look like I'm about to die. But a lot of this is pain. A lot of this is pain. A lot of the breathing I'm doing is just to kind of try to control pain. So anyway, I'm about done on here. But because I was on here, I was thinking about the water. I was thinking, you know what? My life is hard right now with all of this pain, and here I stand. I'm putting foot after foot after foot down on this thing. And that made me think, if I can do this, everybody else out there can too. All of you, no matter what you got going on, 30 minutes. It's not that much. Go outside, go for a walk, find a treadmill, go for a walk, go bike for a half hour, swim, elliptical, I don't care. But it's a challenge. We all have to make the conscious effort to be here, to do this. It's deliberate every single time. So, because it's deliberate, make it deliberate for yourself today. Get on something, go outside, run with your kids. I don't care what it is. Just move. Because I've discovered over the years that truly that's where it's at. It's about moving. It's about just putting one foot in front of the other and doing something. You don't have to run. You don't have to do a triathlon. You just have to move. So 30 minutes, 1.5 miles. I'm going to cool down for about 5 minutes. And my fitness is done, you know. That gives me 35 minutes on the treadmill today. I did an hour and 15 yesterday. I feel good about that. These fit minutes get me a few more calories that I burned. So just because I admit it, I haven't had a great eating day because of some things that were outside of my control. I didn't eat anything super sweet to cause the spike and drop. I had fruit. So it happens. It happens. So instead of grabbing the candy and shit that I normally do, I got the yogurt. So better choices today than what I did yesterday and the day before and the day before. It's all that you can do. And I think so many of us we don't think we're ever making progress, right? Even when we make big progress, we still fail to see it for a long time. I mean, I look back at pictures of me before I got pregnant with my son and I go, my God, I was super skinny. At that time, I could not see that. I didn't see super skinny. I can now because I've been down and now I'm back up. But, I think we all need to learn to give ourselves a little bit of a break. I just think we want and expect too much too fast. And that gets us in trouble up here sometimes. So, enough of me on my soapbox. I'm just trying to motivate myself and inspire myself back at this. And that's hard enough. But if I think I might possibly be able to say something to help somebody else, it makes it a little bit easier to stand up here and walk and make you guys think about other people's lives. I am dealing with a very chronic pain issue. Here I am. I'm fighting it. I might be medicated up, but I'm still doing it. So that's what's important, right? Anyway, make sure you're grabbing your water. Do some fit activity today, and I'll check you later. Mwah!